Check of our forecast for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, we've got some rain that's on radar right now, but I don't want people to worry about it because I do think that most of this is going to be gone for the remainder. That's not to say you won't have to deal with some showers tomorrow. Most of these showers are going to roll through, maybe even bringing you a quick little downpour. A couple locations that we're watching, McHenry and into Lake County as well. Good coverage of rain, but overall not a lot of the heavy rain there. The heaviest rain, more showery rain, is a little bit back to the west. Some of our western suburbs as well, maybe from Joliet, locations to the south, right at the 80-55 interchange. Outside of that, we're seeing relatively dry conditions for northwest Indiana, but I do think you'll get your shot at some rain overnight. Temperature-wise, it's a bit on the cooler side. Temperatures are down into the 60s to near 70, but all 60 showing up on the map right now. Winds are still out of the east, but they've come down a bit, and I think they'll continue to come down through the overnight, but not going to calm completely. We'll still keep an east wind in. Here's how it'll look on Futurecast overnight. A few showers even through early morning. If you're going to have a chance for rain for Sunday, I think it's going to be the early half of the day. Once we get through about midday, the rain chances really shut down, and I think we may have a couple of spotty showers to the south, but really Sunday is looking like one of the drier days. And as we get into Monday looks good. A lot of clear skies, maybe a few clouds here and there, but overall we're looking pretty good, and the temperatures will warm up a bit as well. I'm hoping to get on the bike, so I'm hoping that forecast holds together. Looking at tomorrow's forecast, if you have rain or showers, they're going to be the early part of the day. As we get through the afternoon, maybe seeing more sunshine, temperatures likely into the mid to upper 70s. We'll add a couple degrees to that as we get into Monday, going up into the 80s, and we are on a warming trend through about Tuesday, and then we'll start to see some changes. I wanted to go back to Hurricane Dorian earlier because I've been really analyzing this data. It's really kind of fascinating to track hurricanes, but watching the storm go up the East Coast, it is really just going to hug the Carolina coastline as it moves on by. The problem is there's not a lot of wiggle room here. I mean, this is going to be right off the coast. The cone goes to really the western half of the Carolinas through Georgia and Florida, but all the way out to the east as well. That's the cone of uncertainty. That's how much uncertainty we have when you go out 5 days. I've been looking at some of the new model data that comes in. You love looking at these spaghetti model plots. I like looking at them too, but I also like gleaning a lot of information from the data. I mentioned that earlier. Notice a couple of the models that are out ahead of everyone else. In other words, what the models think is going to happen right around midnight around midday. That's going to be midnight tomorrow night. They're going to have these two models out ahead of everyone else. If the storm speeds up, watch what happens to those two models. If it speeds up too much, they're going to move into land before the front can kick them out of here like all the other models want to do. That's the one concern I have, because if you have the storm riding the coastline the entire time, it's really going to cause problems from Florida all the way up to Charleston, and hopefully not into North Carolina, the Outer Banks as well. That's really kind of the worst case scenario, although the land interaction would weaken it a good bit. So forecast closer to home, morning showers expected. Labor Day looks fantastic. Notice the temperature on Tuesday from 87 goes down to 72 by Wednesday.
Wow, that's